Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. It's Wednesday morning, it's hump day. It's the day that the Socceroos play France in the first match, the first group match of Mondial 2022 in Qatar. So we wait in anticipation to see how the Socceroos go. It's going to be a tough old match because, as we all know, France are a powerhouse nation when it comes to the round ball sport of soccer. And I'm just heading off to work. I'm just close to my work site, standing just below this magnificent monument known as the casino building down here at Barangaroo, the Crown Casino, built by Lend-Lease and regarded as one of the most beautiful towers in the world because of the way it just spirals up into the sky. What I want to do today is, I don't have any book summaries to go through, but what I'd love to do is just reflect on a lesson that I have, that I've picked up, a learning from a spiritual perspective. I did go to a wonderful confirmation service on the weekend, where the priest talked about the icon of the baptism of Jesus. But what I want to do today is talk a little bit more about that baptism icon, because as I said, I learned something new the other day, which was quite amazing, and helped join a few dots for me, and I'm sure it may help join a few dots for you as well. So for those who are unaware, Jesus was baptized in the Jordan River by John the Baptist. Jesus didn't need to be baptized. Jesus, who is the God-man, didn't need to be baptized, but he chose to be baptized in order to set a standard and to welcome and invite the rest of us to be baptized. The Greek Orthodox view the baptism of Jesus as the sanctification of the waters, and we celebrate that event on the 6th of January every year. But most importantly, the key message that I want to pass on today is that St. John the Baptist and Jesus didn't go anywhere insignificant in the Jordan to do those baptisms. Those baptisms happened at a specific location and were very, very symbolic as well. Unbeknownst to many people, the location of the baptism of Jesus wasn't just at any point of that river. It was specifically at a point which had a huge and a very significant historical background. To cut to the chase and to get to the point, Jesus commenced his ministry at the age of 30 at a point on the Jordan River where the Jews, after 40 years of roaming the desert and living on manna, led by Moses, following Moses' death, because God did not allow Moses, had forbidden Moses crossing the Jordan and going into the promised land. But following his death, the new leader of the Jews, whose name was Joshua, led the Jews across the Jordan and to enter the promised land for the first time, and transfer from being nomads, from being people who were nationless and stateless, and people who had been slaves in Egypt, took them from a point of stateless and led them into the promised land. But what happened there at that point, at that crossing, was that the river was overflooding, was breaking its banks. And of course, if the Jews were to cross under normal circumstances, they would have perished, they would have drowned, they would have been swept away. But what happened from a biblical perspective is that Joshua instructed a number of his people to take the ark to the riverbank, and then the people followed. But once they got there to the riverbank with the ark, the waters of the Jordan mystically receded temporarily, just like the waters parted for Moses on the Red Sea to allow the Jews to escape captivity, to escape slavery, and to be freed. Once again, God allowed the waters of the Jordan to be separated so that the Jews could cross over and enter the promised land, and as I said before, go from being homeless, stateless, and being nomads to becoming people who could settle in a new place, could settle in the promised land and live there and prosper there, and to be freed and safe there. So there you go. The baptism of Jesus was a fulfillment of the Old Testament, which once again showed and shows all of us that the Old Testament and the New Testament are united in many ways. And to help us understand a little bit better the icon, the Greek Orthodox icon of the baptism, and to relate it back to the historical event, and to make sense of the biblical history, to understand that there is a history, there is a continuation, a continuum that is being fulfilled by the New Testament, by Jesus, by the God-man, and to be able to piece together the mysteries of the church and to understand things and make sense of things, I guess is the best way of putting it. Anyway, today I'll keep it short and sweet. I wish everybody a happy Wednesday, and I look forward to coming to you again from a different place, from a different location, with a message of empowerment, something to learn, something that we can use, something that can help improve our life so that we too can live a better life and to make the most of our promised land, and to provide a foundation for our children, our grandchildren, our families, and help them grow and develop physically, mentally, spiritually, and in all aspects of their lives. Yasas, take care and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Bye for now, and take care, and may God bless us all. Yasas.